You are looking live at Texas A&M in Irving, Texas, where the Atlanta Falcons will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Both teams won their first game this season. Dallas, they went on and beat the Minnesota Vikings handily 31-7. Darnold looked very good in that game. Meanwhile, the Falcons, in their game, beat the Eagles in a close matchup, 24-21. And now, all of a sudden, both teams can get to the next round and play in the Elite Eights. All that and more next.
In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Let's see what happens on the opening kickoff. And welcome to the Garloo Senior Network.
On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
Now the Falcons can win this game here. They got Chris Jones also on defense to help them out. But I wonder how the Dallas Cowboys defense, make that offense is going to play up against this Falcon defense. They took it to Minnesota.
Many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than
on an opening run.
Comes his way in the NFL.
On the opening play, I should have said. Bijan Robinson, huge game.
They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first.
Minnesota could not do that one time. Minnesota ran the ball a lot in that game, and they didn't score. Play action. Penix throws the ball incomplete. And I told you he was going to get hit. I thought it would be Michael Parsons to do it, but it wasn't him.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion,
it's got to be third. Make it 2nd and 10. Drops back. He runs. He's going nowhere. He's hit. And I told you Parsons was going to get him, and he hit him, and he's down. This Cowboy defense looking good this season. Well, last season when the Cowboys played, they didn't know what they had with Dak Prescott as the quarterback. Dallas lost. They beat Miami 17-10, but then in the next round, it was like the Houston Texans, the eventual Super Bowl champions, won 28-14. So that should let you know that this Cowboy team has some talent, and they could win the Super Bowl this season.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. Trying for the deep ball.
He threw it too high. It's going to be 3rd. Make it 4th and 19.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
I just want to see how Darnold comes out here and play like he did against Minnesota. He was on fire.
Sets a punt on 4th. On comes Bradley Pinion. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line.
When I was young, back in the 1930s, I was on the punt team also. I didn't like it. It was just too crazy. I like blocking. But running them back, wow, it's crazy. And when I said the 1930s, I was just joking.
It makes it grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
He certainly has.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's into the front for a gain of
when they played Minnesota, I think they ran the ball rarely. And Darnold just had a field day against the Vikings defense.
This type of play has got to be in the
But when you got receivers like CeeDee Lamb to throw to, you should be able to throw wherever you want and whenever you want.
Now they'll throw out of the gun.
Completed pass, 2 yards short of the first.
Decent game here, but short.
Darnold's got that fire in his face. You can see it.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
He got another completion.
Beyond the marker. And he'll go down and we'll say right
When Darnold was playing with Minnesota, he was not confident at all. He tried to do it, but he didn't have a chance. And that was just one season ago when the Vikings lost in the first round to the New York Jets 24-14. Now he looked confident playing with the Cowboys. Nice run. He had a couple of moves on that one.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the
It's the late, great John Madden used to say.
Boom!
Moves on moves.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ball is placed there at the 43. Incomplete pass. He tried to hit CeeDee Lamb.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage.
Waiting for Chris Jones to show up. I think his number is 95 or 97, whereas...
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Darnold.
He's going to try to run. He will have the first and more. He did not do that with Minnesota last season.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when
it's a shame that Minnesota had a quarterback. They're supposed to have a great offense. He only scored 14 points. This season, Minnesota with Dak Prescott only scored 7. Look at that. Minnesota. I keep bringing up Minnesota because Darnold was there last season. Last season.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a
and he did not look this good this season. That last season, I should say.
Here's Darnold. Was secured by Brandon Cooks. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play.
A bunch of pushing and shoving out there.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Darnold looking very good.
From the red zone now.
He moves. It's going to be high.
And he sails that
throws it out.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll run the count.
He goes nowhere on that one.
He's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Darnold now to throw.
The one thing you can do is get in his face. Get in his face. Darnold's face. He had an opportunity to wilt and maybe throw a pick or fumble.
You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field.
Cowboys trying to take a 3-0 lead.
I promise you some money will follow.
The kick is up.
Kick is good.
And it's good. The Cowboys lead 3-0.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays.
We'll be back on a Garlu Network.
and he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. McCloud now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the shotgun, Penix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. There's a counter give to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and long for him here.
And Penix throws the ball. It looks like he's going to score. Touchdown for the Falcons. What a play.
The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Drake London with the touchdown.
Penix, the lefty,
like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask
makes
your
it.
dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels.
Hey, Dr. School 39. How you doing tonight?
Right? Now, when you run that
Glad you're here.
You got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
I'm glad you do. Dr. Skull says he loves these games. I'm glad you do.
Right down the middle, it's good.
And right now,
And the Falcons take a 4-point
the
lead.
Falcons lead by 4 over the Cowboys. Let's see what Sam Darnold can do. Remember how he treated Minnesota? He treated them with disrespect. Let's see what he's going to do against this Falcon defense led by Chris Jones. If Dallas win, they would take on, let's see, look like the San Francisco 49ers. That's right.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return.
If Dallas win, they would take on San Francisco.
He's tackled at the 29.
If Atlanta wins,
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do
they
it
will
for
take
quarter
on
number
the
one.
Buffalo Bills.
Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
(7-3) score. Atlanta taking on Dallas. Let's see what Sam Darnold can do, because basically what he has done against Minnesota in the last game, he destroyed them with a run the ball.
They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10.
They run the play action. He throws it. Darnold looking. The ball is dropped. When they played Minnesota, most of those catches were catches. Now you play a good defense with star player power. That's what happens.
The ball loose before he could secure it fully.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It is May 1st, 2025. It's a Thursday. Hope everyone enjoy themselves today.
That's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
I was looking at the teams that lose on turf.
Darnold looking to throw. He's on the move. They'll make a big
Darnold runs the ball, gets the first.
They come through with a
Yes,
nice gain of
Kansas
10
City and the
a first down.
49ers both with home games in the next round on turf. You got Buffalo and the Colts on the home games. The other two home
Let's
games.
see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Carolina will be taking on the Chiefs in round 3. The Panthers made the playoffs, and they
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside.
beat the Detroit Lions in the last game,
Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
24-20.
That's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Darnold. Completed over the middle.
It's C.D. Lamb.
This across midfield and down into enemy territory.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk.
Looking at the Final Four from last season, let me get the Elite 8.
Down, 1 yard to go.
I'm going to give you the list of the teams who have made it.
Throwing here, Darnold.
Another first down for the Cowboys. They're heating up.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Baltimore made it last season, did not make it through the first round this season.
You spend all week working on your nickel
Kansas City made it
to take advantage
last
of
season, and they're here
just
again.
like that.
Followed by Pittsburgh didn't make it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from
Buffalo
the
made
43.
it. So only 2 names so far is Kansas City and Buffalo, who's still here.
Finds him over the middle. And
Houston,
he's gonna be brought
they
down
lost
at
in the first round this
35-yard
season.
line.
Denver also lost in the first round. And the Cleveland Browns were destroyed in the first round. And then you got one last team, it's the Colts, and they were eliminated
After a
in the
good
last
pickup,
round.
They're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
In the next
He's
game,
spinning his wheels, man, this entire first
we
half.
will have
They
the
dropped
Los
it
Angeles
behind the line.
Rams on the road taking on the New York
It's amazing
Jets.
how fast these guys are on the field and how fast
And the
your
last
forces
game
return.
will be the
Second
Tampa
and
Bay
short, you feel good about
Buccaneers
yourself.
and the Arizona
Negative
Cardinals.
play, well, now
And that's
comes a
enough talking
critical
for
third
me
down.
for a minute.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let the game
Now
play out.
looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Looks like he had the
Those kind of
first down.
completions are so frustrating, Kate.
I
It's
thought he
like
was
a
over
punt.
the.
You got it on
Why don't they
line, you feel
challenge
good
that?
about It's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
He ought to go
So
for it.
4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to
Cowboys
try for the
trying
Cowboys
to
field goal.
bring it down
From the
between
right
one.
hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder.
Kick it up.
And this kick is good.
It's
He
good.
needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of the strength, to send that puppy through.
Trying to get this win. Both teams are trying to get to the next round. I told you who they would play if they win. Dallas would be taking on the 49ers.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away.
And Atlanta with the
McLeod
Bills.
now returning it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The
I thought that was
Falcons,
Patterson.
Drake London headed back out
Corderell.
onto the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He's
Will he
been pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that.
Will he try to hit the Drake again? Let's see what happens here in Dallas.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts.
You know, in real life, I thought that the Raiders would have probably had an opportunity to draft him last season or wanted to have. When's the last time the Raiders had a left-handed quarterback? And I know they had one in the 90s. His name's slips.
What's the 2-minute warning
I'm
from
thinking he went to
AT&T?
USC.
It's
What's
the
his name?
Falcons with 2nd and 6. Here's Penix.
Got a man wide open.
And he's gonna bring it up to
And
the
another
40-yard
first
line
down.
before
If they
the
could
stop.
score a touchdown here, they're putting
7-yard
pressure on
pickup, and it moves the
these
chains.
Cowboys.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
We had our first firings of coaches this year. They're going to have new offenses next season. We're going to see if they improve.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
And the process of hiring a coach is in process right now. Teams are just trying to figure out
That's how I label him on my
who's going to be where.
Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares.
I can tell you the Bills will have their presence felt.
He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
2nd and short, you can do anything with this. You throw it down the field.
And again, it's Penix.
He does, but it's incomplete.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I was thinking really deep down the field, not that.
Throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch. That yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured
Yards
the
after catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Penix could run it if he wanted to.
Penix working from the gun.
He goes, hits his receiver.
And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Hasn't been a turnover yet.
That's good for 7 yards. And the Falcons
Knock on
have
wood.
first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36.
Touchdown would be very nice for them.
To the air with Penix.
He's got plenty of time. Not this time. Runs out of time.
He just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't
Well, he
want to
held
get
on
down
to the
first
ball,
down.
and he did the right thing by getting rid of it instead of taking that sack.
Time in the pocket he needed, there just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
2nd down and 10. 27 seconds left.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Finds the in route complete.
Catch in the middle.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
It's going to be another first down. Time is
Timeout
ticking.
taken by the offense. They're
No, they call a
second.
timeout.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Penix is just looking good. One notable note is Deshaun Watson is going to be somebody's backup somewhere next season. I'm talking about in this league.
Working inside the red zone.
Nice tackle. He's sacked around a 30.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down.
This is what Minnesota Vikings didn't do, and I thought they would do that more.
Success from the previous play, it is gone.
And that's what they're famous for.
To snap and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get that sack.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going
They
into
could
the
probably
break.
go for the field goal attempt and make it a 10-6 lead. And I think they get the ball first. So they can get a lot of points here in the next 2 possessions to put this game closer to their column for a W.
Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit.
Will it be up?
It's on the
Good.
left
Let's
hash,
see.
46 yards out.
Kick is out. And it is
Push
good.
their lead to 4.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out is a guarantee.
One second left. Sure they're going to just let the clock run out after you catch it?
Well, Brock, barring the touchback,
Well, by the time he runs the ball, the clock will run out. There it is, 0. Barring the penalty, this half is over. He actually helped them up, and he got mad at that.
Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports halftime report.
It's a shame this doesn't have a Chris Berman-like show.
Right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report.
You remember back in
heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it.
What was the name of that game?
Here is the great Kate.
The ESPN games, where they had real halftime shows. Not that crap you see now. That was like 20 years ago? 30 years? 20 years ago. NFL, what was the game called?
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion.
2K5, 25, 2K05. No,
Turpin with a return.
2K5.
The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Anyway.
Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the third.
Wait, I thought the
And their defense
Falcons.
this game close. Now it's time for them to come through. Get some points for their
I'm
team.
shocked.
Low-scoring affair.
I made a mistake. Oh well. I'm getting better at this. At least I hope I am.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
I need to shut up so that the game can be televised by them.
He'll throw.
And he is going down. Nice play.
Drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
You better watch Darnold. He got sacked, so watch him. He might get scared.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Remember how he was in real life with the Vikings the last 2 games of the season.
Trying again, following the sack. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. He pushes it up across.
Did you see that?
Going out.
Nice screen. I thought he was going to go down until I knew it was a screen.
That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense. And number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Flush down out to his left.
Ooh, he could have been decapitated on that one.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now.
He didn't go nowhere on that one.
But they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Falcons will have plenty of work to do on their next drive.
Dallas has got to stop him here because if Atlanta take the ball and go down the field and get a touchdown, that's a 2-score game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run.
Oh my God, nice run, beautiful.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Cowboys only gave up 7 points to Minnesota, and that touchdown Minnesota got was very late in that game.
Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal because of it. I'll never forget it. And they just showed
Another 1st down for Atlanta. I think they're fired up here.
He made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A very productive play from the
You got to watch for the young quarterback to throw a pick, though. Be careful if you are him. Goes with another run. Nice mix-up plays.
Midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Let's see what they call in this play.
Focusing entirely on that passing game.
Cowboys need to stop here, at least get them to go for a field goal. He's got a first down coming up.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And that's what they're doing against this Cowboy defense, which is very good. Will they run? Will they pass? So they do an option.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
It's not a lie there, indeed.
Penix here from the gun. He's got London left side.
He was all on him, but he still held on.
28 before the defense halts it. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson.
Oh, he's running hard, folks. Look at that.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an
Minnesota Vikings, when they played Dallas earlier this season, did not even have that opportunity to run the ball. They were down so much early on because Darnold was just throwing all over them. You can play or run the ball. You're going to pass it. He's going to throw it to the corner. It's a first down. Get about the 3.
Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look.
Uh-oh, that's a big loss if he can't come back. Somebody's got to step up and take that position. Cowboys looking for a turnover. Looking for a fumble recovery or an interception. Or at least if they can go for 3 points, that's a victory for the Cowboys right there.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
They come with all our blitz. He's going nowhere fast.
Gets there to force a small loss.
You got to understand that's a Mike Zimmer-like defense.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
What do you do here? Run the ball?
From the shotgun,
They're coming in again, but this time,
near the goal line.
is he short?
In for the Atlanta
He scores the touchdown.
No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away.
I don't know. I thought he was down before he got there. I don't know.
It's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read.
The other angle would have showed more.
Just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
All plays are reviewed. Cowboys in trouble.
Coup on now for the extra point.
It's going to be 17-6 if we get this extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
Darnold's not looking so tough as he now, is he? He came out looking good, but then all of a sudden, the receivers couldn't hold on to the ball, and they're not getting a lot of rush yards like they did against Minnesota. 59 ticks left in the third.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning in from the 16.
That's actually a short kick, but it gets to the 30.
Gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Time for Chris Jones to make his presence felt as well.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room.
One thing you can understand about football is if you can run the ball consistently. If you run the ball consistency, you can start passing the ball.
A little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looks
like a first down. Oh, he dropped it? I didn't notice.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
3rd down from the gun. It's tipped away.
They are playing defense here, folks.
Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th
Minnesota's defense could never do that.
Say, maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
The game is over if Atlanta can get a touchdown if he get a field goal. That was almost blocked.
On his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Falcons will take over.
19 ticks left in this 3rd quarter. Like I said earlier, if the Falcons can go down the field and score a touchdown, this game is basically over. And Dallas might not look like the same team next season. They're going to lose Michael Parsons. It'd be a surprise if Minnesota don't try to go and get him.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Cowboys need to make a stop here, get a turnover. And that's the end of the 3rd.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 24. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing from the gun. That's brought in by Mooney. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They send him left out of the slot. Robinson on the inside give. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Motioning the tight end left. From midfield on 2nd down. Pitts brings it in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Penix splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Falcons will have a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
They got to stop him at some point. It's 1st and 10. The clock is ticking. They got to stop, get a turnover, something.
On first down, here's Penix.
He's going to throw it in the middle,
He'll
short.
Get this complete to Pitts. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They're trying to take as much time off the clock as possible.
On second down, Robinson. And they take him down right along the 30.
Atlanta's going on.
4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Unless a turnover happens.
Getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying with Robinson. And he'll
They
only get this
Cowboys
to
look
26
deflated
before
and
going
tired.
down.
Unlike when they played Minnesota, where they was
On that run is
crowd was
2nd and
loud and they were loud.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas.
Dallas is going to go home.
Up by 11.
That's 2 scores, and chances are they're not going to come back and do this. So I'm going to rate and pencil in. Atlanta will be going to Buffalo.
Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
Cowboys trying to hope for anything.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
That running back is really hot, headed to him.
Here's Robinson up the middle.
He didn't get it, though.
Once again, he doesn't manage much before
Cowboys
getting
have
brought
1 timeout left.
down. No
Do they call
surprises
it?
here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Now they have 1 timeout left. Crowd trying to get loud, but I don't know.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo after the field goal. He hit his
Kick.
first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. The kick by Lutz is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
20-6.
Well, it throws
Cowboys
a little backup on some of the remaining
are down.
offenses to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
It definitely will take 2 touchdowns to just tie the game. Trying to kick off, get the onside kick, there's your chance. The chances are
To kick it away, here's Pinion.
that won't happen.
Turpin with a return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Darnold's job here is safe. And let's see if they can mount some kind of drive and make this thing respectable. Let's see if it happens.
Now Darnold. It's taken in by Lamb.
It's when you hit the quarterback,
Brought down at the 42.
they feel it.
That's an 11-yard
And I think in this
pickup, and it gives
game,
them the first down.
Darnold, he felt it.
Really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that you count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him
Got to
down.
start throwing the ball deep at some point.
Darnold.
Take a chance.
He completes it in traffic. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook.
You need sideline passes, not passes on in the middle.
Shot downfield.
From the 48.
Darnold, got to go out of bounds. Why did...
Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
That was a dumb decision by Darnold. Now he's acting like the old Darnold. All you had to do was run the ball, get the first down, then go out of bounds.
Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right decision. He should have ran it.
Throwing now.
Now it's fourth down.
But a great defensive play to jar it loose.
I didn't expect this outcome to be like
So
it
they look for
is.
the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything.
The way this team playing, they could get to... And Darnold goes down. He's looking like he did in Minnesota.
Just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense.
Well, that's how he looked like when he was in Minnesota a year ago. In game one against Minnesota, he looked very good, like he was a superstar. In this game, he's reverted back to the old Sam Darnold.
Throwing the football, it really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this.
39 ticks left.
Joy to watch.
Reminder, the Rams and the Jets will be in our next game tomorrow.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Falcons nearing a victory as he drops to a knee.
The fans letting the Cowboys have it.
By the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
2 straight seasons in the Sweet 16 and 2 straight seasons of losing in it. And the Cowboy fans will have to wait another season
Lining up to take a knee
to
on
get
second
to the
down.
Super Bowl. Is Sam Darnold your man? I don't know.
With the win in hand, they'll
And
take
Michael
a knee.
Parsons
This
will not
clock
be
runs
there
out.
next season.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a
Penix
hard-fought effort
is
to
going
get to
on
this spot.
with the
Now you
Falcons.
can enjoy the victory.
Chris Jones has solidified that defense.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my part,
And
Brock,
the
Joey,
final
and our
score,
entire crew,
the Falcons
I'm
20,
Scott, saying this
Cowboys
has been the
6.
NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Dallas.
And that's it. That's all she wrote. The Drake has done it again.